Hello, everybody, and happy whatever day of the week it is for you while you're watching this. So today, I'm going to go over a subscriber requested topic, or at least coming back to another topic that someone commented saying they wanted an update on the coin Hashflow HFT. So shout out to Just Send It. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for asking. Let's get into this one. So, as always, nothing here is financial advice. And let's just get into talk about Hashflow. So I've talked about this coin quite a few times, but I have pulled back. I haven't talked about it in a month. And there's one main reason for it. And no, it is not that I'm not bullish on it anymore. I still really like it as a DEX, a decentralized exchange. So the main reason why I haven't talked about it is, to be completely frank, is I got rid of it. I sold it for now. The reason why is I de-risked my portfolio. It was just about 3 or 4 days before everything crashed from deep sync and all of that. It was just lucky timing. I did not have a crystal ball. I did not plan it. It just worked out well for me. And by de-risk, what I did is I took a lot of my smaller cap coins that had a little bit of profit into it, and I got rid of it. I moved into larger cap coins. The reason why I did this is, one, I'm not really sure what's going on with the market. I know it's going to go in general trajectory up, but I don't know when or if there's going to be more dips first. But large market cap coins, they move less. They're more stable just because there's more liquidity in it. It takes a lot more buying or selling pressure to make it move. So they're safer, especially when you don't really know what's going on with it. HFT, I bought initially around, it was the upper part of 13 cents, watched it go up and hold at 30 for a while. It was awesome. And then it kept retracing, and I ended up selling around the 18 or 19 cents. It was a small profit, right? It was all in capital gains, short term, not a big deal. But I moved it into Ondo. Great. I didn't stop looking at it. It's on my watch list with like another 40 different coins. And I'm looking at getting back into it in one of two different times. One is if it drops under 9 cents. It got close. I did see it drop once down to the lower eights, and I've got a buy limit set for 8.4 cents. One, if it goes down lower, I will buy it. The other thing is, really, if I just do the inverse and at some point I increase risk, or more so I'm trying to compound my gains from profits. Meaning, let's say Ondo, right? Let's say it hits my first sell limit that I have marked in, and I want to take those profits from Ondo and move it into a coin that is a smaller market cap that hasn't boosted yet. HFT is a strong option for me for that. Large caps move first, and then it usually goes down the middle, smaller caps as it goes. The standard pattern with the bull cycle. So if I take a large cap like Ondo or larger, and some of that sells, odds are Hashflow hasn't moved yet. I'll put money in there. So then if I get a 4x from Ondo, I can move some of those profits into HFT and see if that does another 4 to 10x. And that's the other reason why I look into it. And I'm keeping an eye on it because the only DEX I have right now is Aerodrome, but that's mostly just because, again, back to safety with it being affiliated with Coinbase. Very closely, actually. So to re-up real briefly, if you don't know what Hashflow is, HFT, it has nothing to do with Hashgraph or Hedera, but it's what I saw first that got me into it. I'm like, oh, I wonder if. The answer is no, but it caught my attention. It's a decentralized exchange, so it helps buy, sell, lend, and trade from different ecosystems and platforms. So if you wanted to get a Solana meme, you can get it on here. You want to get an Ethereum coin without paying, like 40% for gas fees, you can get it. Avalanche, Hedera, BNB, you can get them all on these small decentralized exchanges. There's just more coins from different ecosystems that's less picky. That's really it. And a lot of people use these. I personally do not use a DEX, but people do, specifically in the bull run where people are doing a lot of leverage trading and looking for coins that just aren't on large exchanges as much. And the more often you get used, that also brings up the price of it as well. So in terms of anything new with Hashflow, there's really not. It's a DEX. There's not usually partnerships. Maybe they'll gain another chain that comes into it to bridge and connect to with it. And it hasn't really moved. Actually, it's moved down. We'll look at the charts in a moment. And I'll let you know why I think it's a good thing for someone who doesn't have a position currently, or if you're looking to DCA into it to lower your average. But regardless, HFT Hashflow goes very in sync with Avalanche, with the AVAX ecosystem. I've seen it through charts. They go very similarly. Usually Avalanche moves 1 to 3 days first, and smaller amounts, again, because it's a larger market cap. And then Hashflow will follow behind in much larger percentages, both up and down. Gaming hasn't hit yet. Why does that matter? Great question. Because Avalanche runs most of the gaming narrative. Not all, of course, but a large portion of it. So gaming hasn't hit yet. I'm not big into investing in the gaming personally, but I've got to play here with it. But when gaming starts going up, that's going to be one of the big factors that makes Avalanche go up. And since HFT runs a lot of connections through Avalanche and Avalanche as well, HFT comes up. So hash flow expect to go up when there's just general buying, selling, and trading happens more. That will increase for sure. And then when gaming or Avalanche ecosystem goes up. So there's kind of can pick on two narratives or two kind of time frames or streams that's going to increase with, which is why one of the main reasons why I like it is it's somewhat pattern based with a large cap hedge of Avalanche. It is still being used. It's dropped down significantly, but even at there's still over 750 wallets connected to it, and there's over 1 million active in the last 6 months, which is still good because people are using it. That's all we care about. It's not dead. It's just shrinking. Not a problem. And for those who are looking to buy it, that's what you want to see, people. Don't fear the red. So let's take a look at this chart. Let's come to the month first, because that's the one that I generally feel is the most useful, at least to start at. You got to start somewhere, right? And in terms of if you're already invested and you're waiting to see it go up to $1 or everything, this isn't a great sign, right? But again, we can even move to the year and the all-time for this one. If you don't have a position, you're looking for a position, or you're looking to DCA to lower your average cost, you want to see a chart like this. I mean, this is gorgeous for someone who wants to open a new position and you know what the project is and you believe in it. If you think that Hashflow is garbage, not because of the price, that's relatively ignorant. There's reasons why people lose money in this all the time. But if it's like you lose faith in the CEOs, or there's a lawsuit that happens, or they make a decision to drop their half of their wallet connections or something, I don't know. If there's something like that that happens, okay, then this looks bad. But it's a good DEX. I'm very confident it's going to go up. So this looks great to me because I know that it hasn't really had a big hit yet. Little small ones here. Actually, keep on this all-time chart. I had someone comment in another video how this looked like garbage and kind of made fun of me for talking about this. And I didn't want to go too much on that at the time, but it's like, look how it just goes down overall. It does. You want to know what? This is the beginning of time for Hashflow when it first got released at the end of last bull run. Right? What do you expect at the end of a bull run? It had a little bit of its peak at early at 23 because it's new. People like new things. But still trying to find itself. And we're actually at a price discovery zone right now for a low, which price discovery simply means it hasn't been there before. Right? Usually look at it in the terms of highs when things go up, like Solana when it gets in the upper 200s. It's price discovery. We have no idea how far it's going to go because it's never been there before. We have nothing to judge it with. Same thing here with the low, which makes it exciting and risky. If you're a little bit of a gambler and you want a safe-ish gambling utility play, here's a good option for it. Because we're in price discovery, we don't know it, since it's floating around this 10-cent mark. If it goes back down to 8, it very well could just plummet. We've got nothing substantial to stand on saying that it won't go lower than that, other than it tested resistance once and it didn't. But there's a chance it could just plummet all the way down. I'm not going to bet on it, but I did tell you I'm betting on it going back down into 8.5 cents because that's when I want to buy it. If it doesn't, I miss out for now. Okay, not a big deal. But do be careful with it. If you're looking to buy, do realize it could go down. Obviously, every crypto can always go down. On the terms of the upside, this is where the risk versus reward hits. Let's come back to the month here. Is the market cap size. It's small. It's really small. 51 million market cap. Round up to 52. Whatever. Right? It has the potential of getting so many more multiples. Now, again, real quick, it doesn't guarantee so many more multiples, right? It could 10x and only be at a $500 million market cap, where we have something like Ondo, which is at 4 billion, right? True. If Hashflow ends up at the same market cap of Ondo, I'm not doing the math. We'll just say it's a crap ton of multiples and gains. Not saying it will do that, but it does have the potential. And I've just seen a lot of people confuse those two things when we see a low market cap of, oh, it's going to go up. No, it has the potential to. There still has to be large catalysts of money coming in, liquidity for it to happen. But it is promising in terms of you're looking for a micro cap gen that's a little bit tied into the gaming space and is a DEX. The reason why I like DEXs is people use them. It's profitable. As dumb as that might sound, a lot of the crypto you own right now might not be profitable, might not be an actual business. God, if it's a meme, it's got nothing. Right? But there's reasons for people to use it, and people are actively using it, which decreases the odds of it going to zero, so to speak, and just. I like those things versus things like ICP, which is now bringing in money, but for a while it was just built fully on hype. I mean, heck, I was buying HBAR in the bear market simply on what I think it's going to do because of all the governance council members that it was getting, signing and shaking hands with. So to wrap it up, that's my update, which really isn't much of an update. Understand there's nothing new that's happening to it. And with DEXs, certain types of utility or narratives, you don't want to see too much happening to it. So I am still a fan of it. I am bullish on it. It's on my radar. And I expect there's a good chance I'm going to get into it because I do have a couple of coins lined up. Hashflow is one. Some I already own, like ASM, Assemble AI is another one, of small market cap coins in different narratives that I can move profits into to compound gain, like I spoke about earlier. And I would like to keep it in different narratives. Yeah, the bull runs, everything does this kind of stuff. And it goes large cap, moderate, small, micro, etc. Typically. It also does that in mini amounts with narratives. Like when the AI narrative gets its next big hit, you're going to see the large market cap AI renders, BitTensor cows. You'll see the moderate ones, you'll see the small ones. And so if a large one in, let's say my render pops off and I take some profits, I might move some of that into a smaller AI play like Assemble AI that hasn't moved yet or hasn't moved much. Or I could pop into what I think is the next narrative to hit or one that just hasn't boosted yet. And I recommend having a couple things and ideas if that's a style of trading that you want to do. There's so many ways to make money in this space. There's only one way to lose money in the space, which is sell at the wrong time, which is what almost everybody does. And let's prove everyone that's watching this right now, let's prove us to be the outliers. Okay. Have a plan, be logical, know what you're buying, know why you're selling. Plain and simple, in theory. Good luck. Let me know your comments below. If you've already been here the entire video, please do subscribe if you enjoyed this in any different ways. Press the like button, ring the little ding thing, and I'll see you all sometime again soon.